So I'm gonna show you guys some fun activities, crafts, and just little experiments you can do with some of this Halloween candy. Hey everyone, it is the day after Halloween right now, and if you're like us, you have a ton of candy. This is actually just part of it. We have so much because we have a crazy neighborhood that just people go all out, tons of candy. Here comes Owlette, still in her costume. Oh, what are you making here?
It's strawberry juice.
Oh, okay. Why don't you bring it over here so we can start all of our candy experiments. Oh, you're in charge of stirring it, Daddy. So Layla, we got some gummy worms, and do you think we can make one of them grow bigger? Yeah, we can. Do you have any predictions on how you think we might be able to make them bigger? Because see, right now they're about the same size, right? Mm-hmm. We're gonna make one of them grow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a cup, and we're gonna fill it with some water, and we're gonna plop it in there. And we're gonna check on it every few hours, okay? So here's our water. You chose that one. We're gonna put that one in there. And then just for fun, we'll just put this in the dry one. And now we'll let that soak up, and we'll come check on it later, and we'll do another activity while we're waiting. For our next activity, this is actually a really good math activity you can do too with your kids, and that's teaching them how to graph. So I went through and I chose a lot of like the chocolate candies she got. I just chose a few of them because she had so many. So I went and chose 5. I did Kit Kats, what else did I do? 3 Musketeers, Reese's, Milk Duds, and Rolos, because I know she got a lot of these. I went on Word and made a little document like this and taped the wrappers on the bottom, and I'm going to give her some of these, and she's going to have to graph how many of each she got. And I'm not obviously going to do all of them. I'm just going to set some out for her so it's a little bit easier. And we've never done a graphing activity like this, so this will be something new for her to do too. So Layla, what we're doing is something called graphing, and we're going to look, this is like a visual way to show us which candy, oh, you're Owlette, I'm sorry, Owlette. This is like a visual way to show us which candy you got the most of. So I'm gonna help you because you've never done this before. So let's start with Kit Kat. Can you go and find all your Kit Kats?
Peanut butter.
Okay, we'll start with peanut butter cups, my favorite. How many peanut butter cups are there? For each peanut butter cup you have, you're gonna take one of your markers. Let's do orange for peanut since this is orange. And you're gonna color in one of the squares, or you can just kind of scribble in it like that. So there's one. You don't have to put that on there because it probably won't fit. And then we'll put this over here. Now, is there another peanut butter cup? So then there's another one, you're gonna color that one, you got it? And this is called graphing, okay? And we'll put that over here. We don't wanna recount them, so we'll put them away. And there's another one, so let's color. Good job. So go above the Kit Kat. Is it hard to see with your red visor? Honey, you're doing so good. Layla, which one did you have the most of? Good! So which two had 2? Good job, Kit Kat and Milk Duds. And then those both had how many? Good job, Layla, you just graphed. Oh yeah, that one had a lot, right? That's our favorites, we like that one. So sink or float experiments are always so much fun. So I thought we'd test out and see which of your candies sink and which ones float. But first, I wanna make a prediction. So this is kind of good because it's teaching kids like what a hypothesis is and making predictions and then testing them. So we're gonna start with Kit Kat. But Layla, first we're gonna predict. Do you think a Kit Kat will sink or float? You think it's gonna sink? So I'm gonna write sink here. Let's test it, okay? So we're gonna test it out. I have a Kit Kat already undone, unwrapped. Let's see, do you wanna throw it in? What happened? It floats! No way! What do we think is gonna happen with the 3 Musketeers?
I think it'll sink.
You think it's gonna sink too? Let's see. Test out the 3 Musketeers.
I think.
Oh, what happened? It floated. 3 Musketeers floated. No way, who knew? All right, yes, peanut butter cup. What do we think is gonna happen? I personally think it's gonna sink.
It's going to float.
Oh, you think it's gonna float?
Sink.
Oh, It sunk! Wow! So I looked it up. The reasons why Kit Kat and Three Musketeers float is because they're mostly filled with a lot of air. And that makes sense because things will only sink if they're more dense than water. And if it's a bunch of air in it, it's gonna float. So there you have it. All right, our next activity involves M&Ms. And we got a lot of M&Ms. So I don't feel too bad because they're some of my favorites. So I don't feel bad wasting a few of these to do the experiment. Throw them in yet, but Layla, notice how, this is kind of an obvious question, but what do M&Ms have on them? An M, right? Do you think we can take that M off of it? You don't think so? I think we can. We're gonna put them in water and we're gonna watch the M's off. So we're gonna set this in water, but we're gonna wanna put it in with the M's floating up. Okay, good, that's perfect. Do you wanna put a couple of more in? Oh, one of the M's just came off. Part of it's gone, it turned into an N. See it? Right there, see it looks like an N. Oh, there's the other one. Perfect M. So the reason that happens is the outer covering of an M&M and the letter are both made out of sugar, and the water will dissolve the sugar. Now the letters, though, apparently have some other things in it besides just the sugar, so it melts last. So all the coating comes off, and then the M is just left there, and it dissolves last. Well, Layla decided, well, I'm getting the next one ready to paint Daddy's face. So I might just go ahead and do this one for her. And what we're doing is we have a bunch of Twizzlers. I wish we had gotten more of like the different colored ones because it would make it more pretty. That's okay, it'll still work. We're gonna make candy necklaces and candy bracelets out of these. So for the bracelets, you could, like especially if you had different colored ones, I would cut these up into different sizes and then like alternate, make patterns to make it more colorful. Since we only have red ones, we can just use these and put some needle and thread through this and make some necklaces and bracelets. So are you done doing Daddy's face?
Yeah.
You gonna help me?
Yes.
Okay, so this is very pointy. You're gonna stick it through there. Good. And we'll pull it through. Ooh. So I ended up cutting them into smaller pieces because I thought it'd be easier to thread it through. Well, we use Twizzlers because they already have a hole in them. And push that down. Good. Well, Layla just brought in her empty Twizzler bracelet, so I think that was a success. I'll probably be making more of these. Good way to use up all those Twizzlers. So before I get started on the next one, another fun activity you can do with candy corn, because we have so much leftover candy corn. I actually did this on my Instagram account. If you go to my Instagram, Hey Mama's 18, or my TikTok, Hey Mama's TikTok, you'll see an activity I did with candy corn experiment. And we basically put candy corn in 3 different types of solution. I think we did Sprite, vinegar, and water. And we watched to see what would happen to them. And that's a really fun science experiment for kids to do too. Anyways, that's on my Instagram, so you can go check that out. Now we're going to move on to like another math type activity, and it's doing patterns. So I'm gonna set up a pattern for Layla using her candy, and I'm gonna see if she can replicate it exactly as I have it, or finish the pattern too. So Layla, first activity we're doing, I started a pattern using 2 different types of kissies. Can you finish the pattern? So let's look at the pattern together. It goes silver, purple, purple, silver, purple, purple, silver, purple. So what should come next? In the pattern, it goes silver, and then how many purples go next to each other?
1, 2.
And then silver, and then how many purples?
1, 2.
And then we have a silver, so what are we missing?
4, 5.
You need another purple. There you go. Good job. And then Layla? Layla, what comes after you do the 2 purples?
Gray.
Good job.
Purple.
Awesome. And then another purple. Good job, sweetie. So again, lots of ways you can extend this. You can use even more candy, make it as easy or as difficult as you think your child's ability is. I think now it's been a couple hours. I'm gonna have to be making some more Twizzler bracelets soon, but I wanna check on our gummy worm and see if it's grown. Ooh, it does look bigger, doesn't it? What do you think? Did it get bigger?
Yeah.
It sure did, didn't it? Because do you know why it got bigger, Layla?
Why?
Because it soaked up some of that water. And so this one got full of water, and now it got bigger. Isn't that cool? And that is the end of that. We had so much fun making some fun crafts and doing experiments and activities with all of this leftover Halloween candy. So I hope you guys had a great Halloween and maybe you can do some of these activities with your kids too. See you next time. Bye everyone.